Hello, my loves. Yeah, we are officially starting the Galactic Vision monthly video readings that are exclusive to the sacred space of the Galactic Vision tribe. So I am so stoked to be doing this. I'm so excited to be, bringing through these new teachings and this wisdom that is, it's just had me just like giddy for weeks now, months now, since it's come through me. And now we're officially here. I'm officially talking about it, and I'm doing monthly videos for the, first time ever. I'm kind of going to be going back to how when I first started doing videos, but when I first started doing videos, they were with just the new moon and full moon. But because everything's always so organic with me, I like to just look at the chart and start talking. So this is what I'm going to do with each one of them. But with the monthly videos, I'm going to be having a base greeting for everyone. So you'll want to watch and see when I stop so you can fast forward if you watch another sign. But I wanted to kind of pull everyone together and kind of talk about the monthly theme that is really kind of operating in all of our lives. And then I'm going to go more specific for each sign and tune into what's going on with everybody. As you see too, I also have moon mapping readings in here, and those have been so much fun. It's another thing, one of the things I think when we're born with these gifts, we can learn them from another person. But I believe that for a lot of us, it's just about exploring them on our own, and they develop as we put energy and love and focus into them. So even with the moon mapping readings, I've never done that kind of thing where I tune in to a particular energy of the day and a month in advance. So I was kind of like, I don't even know if these are going to resonate. I was like, I don't know. But every day I would go into a day and I would just be given all these images, and I would have these sensations sometimes in my body. And now that I've done, 2 weeks that I've shown you the last 2 weeks, and now that I've done the next 2 weeks, I see how totally crazy different they are. And I really didn't know that I was able to do this. So I always kind of, encourage people to come out of their comfort zones like that and not think they have to learn it from another person, but to really trust that we're all sovereign beings. We can figure this stuff out on our own. We can do these things on our own. There's a lot of things that we don't really need instructionals from somebody else teaching us how to do this. We innately know how to do this, and it's kind of getting out of our way of judging ourselves, which I'm always kind of like, I don't know if this means anything, but I've gotten enough reinforcement from everybody that now I'm like, this means something. I'm going to talk about this. So it was new for me to tap into the daily energies. I had not done that before, and even with the last 2 weeks that you guys have been able to watch or to read, I didn't resonate with any of those. Like, everybody is having really difficult times in the energy right now, and I was like, I don't really feel anything. I feel great. Like, I've been having some of the best days of my entire life where I just feel so carefree, and I feel like everything is so beautiful and nothing affects me. Things that normally stress me out aren't affecting me at all. And I do have to tell you, I'll just plug this in here, even though I don't like to do this too much with my readings, but we have a new product out that I had Rosie create, and I called it Lightning Bolt, because I asked her to create something that grounds us firmly whenever we have some shocking situation in our life, like running into unconscious people on the streets, and or having an argument with our mother, or seeing something devastating out in the world that, like something like 9/11, like everybody would need lightning bolt, because it just grounds you, and it kind of gives you this overall perspective of what's really going on so that you can move forward solid and not in a fragile state. So when I finally got it in my hands and tried it, I had an example to base it on, and it was amazing how it shifted me within 5 to 10 minutes. So now I've been taking it every day, and what I realized, it's this incredible mood elevator. Like, I am so, like, all these things that everybody has been having such a difficult time with, I have not even felt. So because of the lightning bolt. And I just wanted to let you all know about that, because it's something that you haven't really heard me talk about. I think all of our products are the bomb and are amazing, but this is one I'm really excited about because I feel wonderful and everybody else is freaking out and having such a hard time. And me, I'm just like, hey, you know, it's all good. So it's kind of a profound product, and I want to change it, like lightning bolt to liquid bliss, and they'll be the same. They're both LB, but it's so blissful. It's so, like, it's just amazing. Like, something with the things that she picked for it is just absolutely, it's saved me every day, and I take it every morning. Or if I forget and then something starts stressing me out and I'm like, get to the lightning bolt, and then I take it and I'm like, okay, everything's fine. So it's pretty amazing. So, okay, this month is very much about splitting off, breaking apart, separating. And what we have to realize is that anything, 2016 is the reason that Galactic Vision and the guides came through me to start teaching, or to start sharing these teachings with you. So you already know, I've been saying it for years, that after 2012 we had 3 boot camp years priming us and getting us ready for the things that were to come in 2016 that actually are kind of scary, and kind of, I mean, even some of them are already hitting the scene into our awareness, these threats that could happen, and they are in the manifesting field. So it's very much that this will be the potential and we will be living this. But my galactic guides came through and said we can change this, and it's through enough of us vibrating in the Galactic Vision love, which you'll start to be able to read about in issue 1. And when we are vibrating in this in the 8 vibration of Galactic Vision, we are better able to change situations that can occur on our planet. We are better able to change a person to keep them from doing something devastating and destructive. So through our intentions, we're going to be able to change the world. And it's totally far out, but the more I've been shown all these teachings and the more they're talking to me about this stuff, I know we can do it. So that's why we had the 3 years of boot camp. That's why the Mayan calendar ended. And then we have 3 years to kind of wake up to how we are doing the exact same thing that ended that civilization, which is being too much in the excess of everything, and too much into superficial things, and too much into consumerism, or too much into gold and dazzle and, So, and depleting our resources for the purpose of feeling fulfilled in life through these things that aren't really the means to how we get to that. So we're having the exact same world play out, and we could lose it all. We absolutely, there have been psychics who have seen no more after a certain point, and we're at that point. So there's no time at all to play ego, to play I don't believe this, to play I don't need to change myself, to play I don't need to better myself. We have to right now, and we need everybody signing up and going, okay, I'm ready to learn this stuff, I'm ready to take the high road, I'm ready to shift my vibration up into the Galactic Vision so that I can start influencing this planet and keep us alive this time. We're having the exact same tests, and we can just fizzle away and die and have it, there's 200 people on Earth, or we can really just start making these changes to rebuild this planet and to change our way of thinking, which has gotten us into the hole we're in. But at the same time, it's not about judging ourselves, because we are just doing what we have been shown. We are buying all these things because it's all we've known. So it's not about putting ourselves down, or it's not about putting other people down too. They're only doing what they know. So what you're going to see in the Galactic Vision, it's not about making another person the bad person. And if you understand history, and this is just what I'm getting, because there's so much more to it, but one of the things that really changed American culture and history was when Nixon was just got into office or something, or he was in office for a while, but yeah, Nixon was in office. Okay, so when the people started saying, no, we don't want to have war. So when the youth, for the first time ever, rose up and said no, and they were like, we can come together in numbers and we can change going to Vietnam and murdering people and thinking that war is the way. So when the 60s, in the late 60s, when that uprising came, that is when the forces behind, you know, Nixon and the government, they really kind of stepped in to bring about the me against you mentality. So that's when people who were opposing the war were evil, you know, and it was painted through TV, it was painted through any means to get messages out that people who were disputing the war were terrorists or, you know, whatever. And we had this again played out with 9/11, and now we're having it again played out now. So we're back in that me against you, me against you, me against you. And it's really gotten us to where we are right now, that we now have this mentality of always judging another person, always putting them down, always needing to cram our opinions down their throats. And it's not how we do it. You know, we can actually change people more through energy and through visualization than we can through trying to tell them, no, my sports team is better than your sports team. Listen to me, you know. Everything that you really see out there now is me against you, me against you, me against you. My race is better, my sex is better, my sports team's better, my town is better, my country is better. And it's all a bunch of bullshit because we're all connected, we're all one, we're all affecting like a big mass thing of water. Like every one of us is affecting everybody else. So Galactic Vision is going to open us to that. And with where we are right now, things are breaking apart. So relationships are ending, friendships are ending, work relationships are ending, jobs are ending, living in places are ending. So if you're feeling like this really strong discomfort right now, it's for a reason. The place you're living is not right. The person you're sleeping to is not right. That friend is not right. That collaboration is not right. And if it is right, it feels great. You know, if it is right, it's like, you know, I was telling my best friend in town here, I was talking about this weeks ago, and I'm just recognizing my relationship with people, and I love her so much. This is Rosie, actually. I'm the one who created Lightning Bolt and creates all of our, you know, amazing products. And I was like, every time I'm with you, you know, I never feel uncomfortable. I never feel like I can't say anything. I never feel like I'm picking up on something weird. I never feel like you know, I never feel like I can't say something, I'm having to hold back, but I really need to say something to her. It's nothing but 100% smooth flow, totally natural. I can be myself, she can be herself. And I was telling her, I was like, we really need to be more honoring of our space and only go for things like this, because we sacrifice a lot. We think, well, this has been my friend forever, so I'm gonna hang out with her even though she's so negative, and I am so down when I leave her, and I've been in this relationship for 30 years and I should never leave it because I swore we'd be together until death, and blah blah blah. We've talked about this in recent videos, and right now with this splitting apart energy, it's making it so that it's like intolerable. It's like, I can't even stand the sight of you, or I can't stand to even smell you, or I can't stand to hear your voice. Like, it's like absolute oil and water right now with the people that we are not meant to be in, with the towns we are not meant to be in. You know, and even with that, there's certain locations where we just shine, you know, and there's certain places where we just feel like we're dying. Things just aren't right. And it's really about us taking the risk and opening to where that new place is, where that new person is, where that new job is, where that new way to make a living is. And it doesn't have to be anything that's stressful. And the most important thing, because we come from this foundation of judging everybody as, oh, you're bad, there's something wrong with you, we have to retrain our brain to say, we're breaking apart, but it doesn't mean anything bad about me, and it doesn't mean anything bad about you. You know, we have to retrain ourselves to stop going back into that old pattern of then being like defending this thing, or, you know, laying out the, well, you do this and I can't, and da-da-da. Like, we don't even need that. Like, just end it. It's not working anymore. We have to end this, you know? It doesn't need to be this huge debate of like putting somebody down, shaming someone, making them feel bad. It just needs to be, we don't resonate, period. And I'm actually going to be talking about this in the next Galactic Vision, but I'll just jump in with it right here. We're not meant to like everybody. You know, we're not meant to love and like everybody. That's not how it needs to be. If we loved and liked everybody, we would not have those best friends that feel so amazing. You know, you will never leave their life unless something changes. You know, we need that contrast. So if we just liked and loved everybody, we wouldn't have these amazing friends that we feel such soul connections with. So we just have to understand that it's a barometer. It's something showing us, guiding us as to, this person isn't really right for me, this person is right for me. So we're going to talk about that in the next Galactic Vision, and some teachings on how to go about that, how to initiate that, how to honor that, and how to just make the decision and go on. Because it's the same way if you made a bath and it's ice cold water, you put your foot in there and you're like, ah, I forgot to turn on the heat, I am not taking a bath. You don't just then force yourself to get in it and just deal with its ice coldness. You walk away and you go, okay, I can't take a bath right now, though we have no hot water or whatever, you know. So there's going to be all these teachings that kind of show us how to do this in honoring ways. So this month you can expect that fractures are splitting you off in every direction. You just need to honor it. You just need to go with it. You don't need to put other people down because of it or judge them. And you also need to be open to a realignment of more suited people into your life. So everything that ends brings about something that's going to begin. So do understand that if something's ending for you, there's something new that is going to arrive. And when you're in the Galactic Vision, you trust that. You don't judge this as the end of the world, the end all to be all, or I say that wrong, my editor told me, and I can't remember, the be all to end all, but you don't always judge something as something being wrong. You're more just like riding in a roller coaster, and you know that it's not smart to get off, and you don't know what's going to happen, but you know you're going to be safe, and you're going to eventually be getting off of that and being like, oh my God, that was so much fun! You know, while you're in it, you're like, oh, I want to do this, and I'm freaking out, and then you're always like so exhilarated when it was over. So it's really about learning to trust that, learning to trust the Galactic Vision lifestyle, learning to see where you go and being okay with that, and not labeling it as good or bad. My team's better than your team. My opinion's better than your opinion. You're so behind the times because you have no clue about GMOs. We don't need any of that. We don't need to judge anybody for what they're doing. We just kind of have to trust and use our energy to be like, they're going to wake up from that. You know, something's going to shift in the world, and they're going to wake up, and we're going to be able to combat this issue instead of getting mad and shoving our things down people's throats. So this month is all about breaking apart, but being excited for what is going to then come back to us and magnetize towards us. Okay, so now check out where the minutes are, because I'm going to be saying these on everyone. and now we're going to get into the monthly readings for December 2015. Okay, see you soon, as in 1 second. Bye, kinda. Hello, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay. Okay, you are being asked, okay, there's lots of changes going on. There's actually lots of changes with what you are offering that is more of something that is coming from mastery and coming from a gift of yours. So you're in this creative arena, you're offering things to others, and there's something that's important with you kind of owning and honoring that you are really good at this and you do have something to offer, and and it is something that, like, I keep hearing mastery, so it is something that you've known for a long time, that you've delved into it for a long time. So there's something important with you, kind of needing to hold that position, and then from that foundation, allowing things to come to you and manifest into your life. There is still a little bit of limitation. There is a little bit of a slow movement with this, but it seems like right now you're just being asked to kind of hold the space of this foundation of what you really know really well, and allowing that to be enough. And it seems like then you're going to go through this time that then eventually then all these things will start manifesting and coming your way. But it's important that you not really push and not force things to happen, but still kind of sit there with, you know, I really love doing this, and I really love offering this to people, and I'm really good at it, and it's something that you're really good at. You know, understand we're always going towards things that first off come naturally, as opportunities, but also something that we're really good at. You know, it's kind of important to be humble with our gifts, but it's also important to have confidence that, you know, maybe I don't say it and, you know, put it out there about how amazing I am and what an amazing following I have, and oh my gosh, I'm so brilliant. It's not like really doing that. It's not like using all the manipulative words to make yourself seem bigger and better. It's walking it. It's owning it. It's being it. So there's something with testing you. If you have felt the need to like paint words that make you bigger, you can be held off in those positions. And in the places where you are just owning that you're really good at this, it's energetic. So that you know, because I see that all the time, because people think, oh, I have to word it like this about how gifted I am and all these things, and I always kind of feel like the energy go down when I see that, you know, because it's like I'm on, you know, social networking. I'm going to pump myself up to convince you that I'm the bomb. And in fact, we're all really wise, and we're all really, you know, we all really have energetic systems ourselves that allow us to penetrate the soul and the truth of others, whether it's a product, whether it's a service. And we kind of know what really feels like it's coming from someone who really does own this, know this, and is really good at this. So if you are having to like pattern things, pump them up to make yourself seem more like the authority or more like a top dog in something, just know that that kind of turns a lot of people off. And we think, well, anybody can write those words, you know, anybody can redefine themselves through saying, well, I am a da 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 da. And instead we kind of really go towards someone who feels like they are an authority, or they've produced all these things that we can see are an authority. We can hear that they are an authority. It's much better to play the organic route with that. And something with you is needing to accept that and needing to more just hone in on what you're just naturally good at, and then allow the universe to then bring you those from a perspective of confidence in what you can offer. So, it does feel like this month is a little more confusing and a little more like things are happening that don't really feel good. I don't know if that's getting illness things, feeling sick, feeling really tired, feeling confused in the brain. It feels more like an uncomfortable kind of month to me, tuning into this sign. and kind of it's continuing into like, what is this? But it also feels very much mysterious. It doesn't feel like there's answers yet, and there's something that's just telling you to go through it with a positive perspective and just go through it. There's a lot of things too that are changing on your foundation, or are changing with the building blocks of what you want to manifest. So there's newness, there's rawness, there's positions changing down below to better withstand something that's going to come into your life later. So this is what I could call like a building. You're in a building ground position and not actually in a, you know, putting too much out there position. It's more like reconstructing things and moving furniture around, and you know, and energy is really coming into this too. So I don't know if it's just like needing to move your house, even needing to move things around the house, but the flow of energy is blocked in some places and not really operating in a way that has you feeling happy and successful and fulfilled. There's also some fears going on, and they feel more like I don't know if it's like sadness or death, surrounding those who have lost, who are gone, sadness or a disconnect with things that are gone and things from the past. And it just really feels more kind of like there's lots of heavy things to process. Let's put it that way. It just feels like there's things to look at. There's decisions to be made. There's things to change. There's things to move around. And there's lots of changes going on, but there's also a releasing that will take place more towards the end of the month, where there's a lighter feeling from what you're letting go of, but it really kind of feels like you're still in a couple month process of shedding some skins, releasing some fears, releasing some insecurities, releasing thinking too much about things and gauging them as good or bad, instead of really kind of surrendering and knowing that whatever is coming is right, whatever lessons you've had to learn are right, ending things is okay, things that break apart, it's okay, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You may even be around someone, I don't know if it's either you or someone else is having depression, and this is weighing on you. It's a hopelessness. I don't want to be in this world. I can't function. So it feels like energy is coming together, and I can't tell if they're yours or another person's, because you are the twins, and it could be you too. So it's either you or it's somebody around your life, but you're taking it on, and it's heavy, and it's like, and I don't know what to do. But it really just feels like I said, you're supposed to definitely feel through anything that feels uncomfortable. There are old patterns that are needing to leave you. You may have had ways that you have dealt with things and they're just not working anymore. And you just need to kind of shed these old fears, shed these old people, shed these old unrequited love, and kind of open for this kind of new way to start coming into your life. But you're not there yet, so you're still in the darkness and you're still shedding things, and it's heavy and it doesn't feel good. There can be fights with partners, or there feels like a lot of entanglements with partners right now. So if you're not single, you're either fighting with yourself or you're fighting with a partner. And it's kind of finding a better way to deal with things, even if it does mean separate. You know, it's happening a lot with a lot of people, and if that's what it has to be, then that's what it has to be. But there's lots of change, and there's going to be a new flowering. Do know that at the end, it's down the road, but there's a new flowering, and it feels a lot lighter. So whatever is extremely heavy and leaving you, kind of work with it. Whatever kind of illness is in you, kind of just move through it. It's definitely saying move through it, move through it, move through it. There's sludge, there's dark, there's fights, there's friction, there's confusion, there's depression. There's a lot of things going on with you right now, but there's light. There's a flowering and a blossoming that's down the road, maybe even into like February, end of January. It's not that far away, but you're not in it right now. And you just got to work through these things and be really strong. You're also being asked to be very strong, like a trooper, moving through these things. And just keep going forward, deal with what you have to, and keep moving forward. And don't get down on it, because we're not at the end destination. You're not done here yet. There's something ahead. and it's beautiful up ahead there. So keep going forward, and also hone in on what you're a master at, and just sit with that. Just allow the universe to then manifest things to you in regards to what you are innately really good at. And don't think you have to pump it up to try to get business or try to get people your way. We don't like that anymore. We want to just know that you're good at this. And if you really are, universe will bring you what you need. And that's how it works. Okay. I can see my my thing's about to overheat and shut off. That's why I started speeding it up there. I'm like, uh-oh. The red light means it's hot. Okay, anyway, you have a beautiful October, November, December, and read your sun, moon, and rising. Read all of them too, or watch all of them. There's more pieces to what you're going through right now. Okay, bye.